Ladies and gentlemen and members of the SPA, are you ready for the Student Publication Association National Awards 2025? Please welcome to the stage your chair for this year, Jack Walsh.
You're leaving things in my head. I'll be honest, you're scared.
Shout for a minute, can you hear me? No? Ollie? Yes. Hey! We got there. All right, welcome everybody. So where is everybody from? Who's here from Scotland? Hey! Who's here from the north? Midlands? Oh, go on, give it another one. Go on. Much better. Southeast. We've an MP cheering you, so you're very important. London, where are London? Okay, you must build it up. Wales, where are Welsh publications? Southwest. Ireland and Northern Ireland. Fantastic. All right, my one bit of Irish. Accordia, Folca Didi on SPA National Awards 2025. Good evening, everyone. And don't worry, that's the end of my Irish for the evening. I'm delighted to welcome you here to Sandy Park for the Student Publication Association's 2025 National Conference, SPAJournalism. Round of applause. For the past 12 years, and I won't mention what number spank this is this year, for those of you adverse to a certain unlucky number. I was born on that day though, so make of that what you will. The National Conference has provided an opportunity for the SPA's member publications and their student contributors to gather for a weekend of learning, networking, celebration when the winners of the National Awards are announced, which is probably the reason you're all here. One could argue that the only reason we're here under the banner of the SPA is down to one man, David Gillani. As a sabbatical officer at the University of Southampton, you'll applause in a minute. So as a sabbatical officer at the University of Southampton, David founded the SPA in 2012 and served as its first chair. Now, for the first time since 2016, I think, David has joined us for SPAJournalism, so please give him a huge round of applause. So I hope we've done you proud, the legacy. David isn't the only past chair here tonight. I know I'm a bit under pressure. You'll hopefully all know Jem Collins, one of our wonderful trustees, who is chair. I won't say what year, Jem. Don't worry, I'll be nice. And we're also joined by Owain Evans here. Owain was our COVID chair. And who helped, who helped oversee the charity, or incorporate the charity in 2020, and travelled all the way from Arizona to be here. So, Owain, big thank you and a round of applause for him. As with all preceding conferences, SPAJournalism wouldn't be possible without both the SPA team of volunteers, the host publication, and our sponsors. To our sponsors, headliners, PLMR, Newsworks, and Expose, and also Bloomberg, the Association of British Science Writers, Cardiff University, In-House Communications, Charles By, Nostrada.ai, Women in Journalism, and the NUI Southwest Branch, thank you. Without you and your generosity, this event wouldn't be possible. For supporting the next generation of student journalism, please give them a round of applause. Expose have been an absolute pleasure to deal with, and I'd like to welcome Gracie Moore, one of the print editor-in-chiefs, to the stage to give a welcome on behalf of Expose.
Thank you. Hi everyone. I brought my phone with me. I may have to re-unlock it at some point because the screen timeout's pretty quick. But I just wanted to come up here and thank every single one of you for coming to Devon for the first time ever. Spank is in Devon. Can we please clap? We're really, really happy to be here. I had a moment of shyness before I came up here. And Harry Morrison, music editor, said to me, "Queen, you're a confident girl, you can do this." And I think it's just testament to the kind of community that we are as Expose. And having the pleasure of speaking to many of you today, I understand that your publications are exactly the same. We work so hard to build each other up, to report well, to bring the stories to our student body that really matter. And I'm glad that I can see that in everyone else's publications too. It's been a real pleasure today. More than anything, the people I want to thank the most out of everyone here are two very special people in my editorial team, Charlie and Amy. Big clap for them. They have been working so closely with the SPAs this year as the officers. They're both final year students at Exeter. They're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. They've done so much, and I understand how much of a stress it must have been, but they have been absolutely amazing and are a huge part of why tonight and the rest of the weekend has been so good. And again, obviously a massive thank you to SPA themselves. You guys have been amazing. In Expose, we call them the yellow t-shirt people. So we've really loved meeting you all, and you've been so helpful, and it's been quite an overwhelming weekend. I had to go home earlier for a nap, but the SPA people were really lovely about that, so I'm really glad. And as I said earlier, this is the first time Spank has been held in Devon, and it really matters to us. We know it's a long way away for many of you, so we're really grateful that you've all come. I know it's been quite a journey. I've been speaking to our new friend Isaac, who's not actually from Expose, but he's on our table now. He's from Glasgow. We love him. And he made the journey, 13-hour coach journey. Big clap for Isaac, actually, yes. As a publication, we publish every 2 weeks, print edition. Our online team are also fantastic. Callum and Katie, we couldn't have done this without you either. As a print publication, we publish every 2 weeks. It means that we don't really have much time for turnaround. So the support of our online side is fantastic, and I think they deserve just as much credit as we do for getting our publication out on time every 2 weeks. About us as well, and many people know, you probably come here knowing the Exeter stereotype, you know, the whole raw thing. Yeah, right, okay. We, as a university, we're not beating those allegations, but as a publication, I like to think we are. We're a very diverse team. Most of us are state school educated. 3 of the 4 editors-in-chief are queer women. Can we have a big clap for that, please? And we're just really grateful that we get the opportunity to break down that barrier, because we know it's quite a harmful one that our university does kind of uphold quite a lot. We're really not going to beat those allegations anytime soon, but the last thing I want to say is just thank you for the opportunity to talk to all of you. You've all been so friendly to all of us, and I can speak for the whole of Expose when I say that you guys are really lovely. We kind of like you quite a lot. And the fun thing I have written down on my phone is everyone come to TP. So after this, we are all going to go on a night out in Timepiece Nightclub and Wine Bar in Exeter. So if you're interested in coming to a nightclub with us tonight, which you absolutely should be, please, at the end of this, find us. Can we do like a raise hand at Expose so we know like where everyone is? Find one of us, and we will take you to Timepiece. We'll be like the Pied Piper of Hamelin. You can just follow us there. We'd love to see you all and have a little bit of a boogie. And I can't wait to see everyone win amazing awards. You're all fantastic. And yeah, big well done from us at Expose.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, Gracie, and to all the team at Expose. So behind every successful event, and I hope Spank 25 will be just that, is an incredible team. The 27 volunteers who give so much of their time to the SPA deserve all the praise and recognition you can give them. From my fellow executive officers, Joe, Matthew, Rory, Libby and Roxy, the project officers, Jacob, Isabella and Alex, the regional officers, Josh, Luke, Anna, who can't be here today, but we hopefully watching on the live stream, Oisin, Emily, Daisy, Edward and Hosanna, the trustee board, Jem, Jerry, Aubrey, Richard, Anthony, Ollie, Emma and James, They are an incredible group of people, both on a personal and professional level. For everything you've done, thank you so much. This year has been a blast. Please give them a clap and a round of applause. The team has overseen another year growth for the SPA. We had record entries in both the regional and national awards, up 57 and 6% respectively, 4 in-person regional conferences, an increase in membership. We now have over 230 member publications, new initiatives to promote and engage with our members, a fundraising campaign, and yet another national conference. To all 26 of the volunteers, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Please show your appreciation for the team yet again. And if you want that applause next year, please consider running for an exec officer position or one of the regional officers. You can run for the exec tomorrow at the AGM. Richard will be leading. Give a rave, Richard. Oh, I'll give Richard a cheer. Come on. And for the regional officers, there'll be QR code available on request tonight, and it'll go for general release tomorrow and Monday. So tonight, the winners of the 2025 National Awards will be announced. To all those entered, there were 1,326 entries this year, which is a record. Thank you. To those who were shortlisted, well done. Whether you go home with the coveted SPA National Award tonight or not, you've a lot to be proud of. Yet again, our judges were thoroughly impressed with the standard of work being submitted. To our external judges, please give your appreciation for volunteering their time. Round of applause, please. I know I'm nearly finished, don't worry. I'd like to invite our presenters for the awards tonight, Aubrey Allegretti, Bree, and Jem Collins to the stage to present the 2025 National Awards. Please give a warm welcome to Bree and Jem.
Wonderful entrance music. Gosh. Good evening, Spankers! Hello, hello, hello. You may recognise us from many, many previous years. My name is Bree, and it's great to be with you at our first ever Spank in Devon.
My name is Jem, and as someone who is from this very beautiful county, I am so excited to be here. And I know we've already heard from Expose, but can we please give a round of applause to the people that brought the wine on your tables? Yes. Our host, Expose.
The people we're truly, truly grateful for. We have about 250 of you here tonight. Thankfully, not the inflatable that made an appearance at last night's karaoke. There's extra security on the doors tonight to prevent any of that re-happening. Special thank you to those of you who kicked us off with renditions at karaoke last night. I have Sam for his rendition of Piano Man, Raw for their rendition of Raw, and our very own Rory for a very iconic performance of What's Up. Luke Hewitt, where are you? Full marks for trying. Very, very grateful.
Well, if you did do a karaoke song last night and you were proud of it, so this is an honour-based system, if you did karaoke and you were proud of it, we do have some bath bombs and some goodies from Lush on table number 2, and if you want to collar a trustee, go and get one, don't say we don't treat you.
Absolutely, yeah, go and get them now before you forget. They can wash away all of tonight's sins. That's table 2 for your bath bombs, table 2. Clean up on table 2. Anyway, while the karaoke performers are going to go and get their bath bombs, we are going to get to know you all a little bit better. We've heard, a very rowdy bunch in here tonight. I was going to start last night's karaoke by singing 3 Lions in support of England, but I think I would have been booed off stage, considering the wealth of volume I've heard in this room for the Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland and Scottish. So, yeah, I'm going to avoid that one.
Yeah, what I would say at this point is Jack Walsh definitely stole the thing we were going to do, where we were all going to get you to cheer and say where you're from. However, what he did miss was one very important county, which is he's from Devon! And also, I should do a massive, gosh, we've only just got started and it's already going wrong. So we have everyone here on the live stream too. So thank you so much if you are watching. I know Brig are there. If you are also there, give us a hashtag #Spank25. We are at SPAJournalism and we will read some of those out later.
Hello, Mum.
My granddad is definitely watching.
Jem and I had the privilege of helping shortlist all of the nominations along with the other trustees and executive officers, and we were truly blown away by the quality. It does say it here in my script, but it is also true. We've had campaigns against mould, features on swapping nights out for knitting, and investigations into Islamophobia, rogue letting agents, and workplace harassment. You can cheer without cheering those things, just supporting the journalism behind it. So, I'm now going to talk you through how tonight is going to work. We have 26 categories with a winner and highly commended in each category. In the first half, we will go through the individual awards, so where people entered specific pieces, and then in the second half, we'll do the publication awards. And we're here to keep things entertaining, so short and snappy. We are your Anton Deck of the Southwest, basically.
If you hear your name being called out, please make your way to the stage. That's for both winners and highly commended. We have a ramp to my left. Please come up here. You will then get your photograph taken. You'll have the opportunity to make a short, preferably teary speech. I will shove a microphone in your face if you look like you're going to cry, so we can all tick it off the bingo card. And then you will then make your way off to the right. We do have 26 awards to get through, so we want to make sure we are tight so we can get to the nightclub.
Absolutely, and if there's somebody here and your publication wins an award and they're not here, then do come up on their behalf. If you're here from their publication, we'd love to have somebody collect it because we want to make sure that it gets home in one piece. From the second we read out that they've won it, I take no responsibility to anything that happens to the trophy or certificate. So please do come up and collect it if you're here from their publication.
We will have an interval in about 90 minutes, but the bar will be open throughout, so please do feel free to wander around, go to the bar, get those gifts from Lush, and also bring me a gin and tonic if you fancy.
Absolutely. Please do bring us drinks. We can't be bribed because all the certificates and trophies have already been printed. But we'll accept, you know, brown paper envelopes full of drink. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've missed out on a stage already. Anyway, so shall we get started?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I don't think you heard me. I said, shall we get started?
We've got part-time jobs as children's entertainers. So first up, we've got Best Creative Piece, which is awarded to an article that entertains the audience, unlike my performance at karaoke last night. And that could be anything from a sketch to satire. And this award was judged by Natasha Presky, who is a creative writer and senior journalist for BBC News. So, of the highly commended, Natasha said, "This piece was funny, sharp and heartfelt. It was skillful, self-deprecating and full of humour." The highly commended is Isaac Quirk from Glasgow University magazine.
This is very weird, but this is also very exciting. I've just come to Glasgow University magazine this year as a contributor, and I very quickly realized that journalism is something that I want to take very seriously, and so this is very cool. And yeah, I just want to thank the team at GUM for being so wonderful and accepting of me and letting me have this opportunity. So thank you very much.
And that's the best music that our license-free royalties could afford. Thank you, Ollie. Right, moving on to the winner. Our judge said, understated. Repetition works well, encouraging the reader to re-evaluate the associations that they may have had with the phrases in the title of the piece. Bit of a giveaway if you know. The winner is Jessica Maycox from The Beaver. It's a long way to travel, so get jogging.
I really wasn't expecting this. The piece is it's about my mother who traveled to England and struggled really hard to provide for me. So it's just commemorating her and all of her efforts. So yeah, thank you very much.
I'll see you right this way.
Amazing. And if you are also lucky enough to be a winner this evening, please do make sure we've got a wonderful team over there who are doing some video interviews afterwards, so make sure you go and see them as well. So, next up, we are going to arts and culture. We had an incredible range of stories in this category, from Barbenheimer to girl dinner, music in Sussex to swimming baths in Scotland, and so much more. Now, Libby, our wonderful sponsorship officer, is so committed, / maybe wanted to waste a bit of time, that she counted up what was the most popular person that was written about. Oh, this is...
I was going to take guesses from the room. So who do we think is the celeb that was most written about in student media this year? Taylor Swift. Who else? Chapel Roan. Anyone else? Charlie XCX. Who are all these people? These people.
Oh, please. Okay, so a bath bomb to the person who said Chapel Roan and anyone who said Sally Rooney.
Sally Rooney.
Cool. Okay, so the best arts and culture piece was judged by Cardiff University's Jane Bentley, who is sat in the room over there. And of the highly commended, the judge said, this was a compelling and punchily written piece with excellent sources, useful research, and a point of view. Easily of publishable quality, and they would love to hear more from this writer. The highly commended goes to Phoebe Pascoe from the University Times for the point of print.
Quick clarifying note, Phoebe is actually at Misc magazine with me. This is the second year I've collected Phoebe's award, so I think I should just call it my full-time job now. I don't know. Phoebe is the best. She's editor-in-chief of Misc. She is everything you would want in a journalist. She is a name to remember, and I love working with her every single day.
Okay, so on to the winner. Of this person, the judge said, I can't help but clap out loud for the writer's intention here to move beyond the noise of listicles. Now that is some high praise indeed. It uses a shocking fact intro style to pull us into the narrative, so amen to that technique which demands our attention. Chef's kiss. The winner is Libby Marchant from Trinity News.
Well, the first thing I have to do is say hello to my mom, who's watching on live stream, because she'll kill me if I don't say hello. So, hi, Mom. The second thing I'd like to say is it feels really weird to be really happy about this piece, because obviously the piece came from a place of frustration and anger at the situation in Palestine at the moment, and I don't want to get everyone down at the moment, but I just want to say, please go and support your local Palestinian food places in your towns and college cities. They are there, and they need your support, and they need you to show support. And yeah, it's just such an amazing cuisine, and yeah, just free Palestine. Gurv Makot.
Gemini have already messed up the order, so I'm now reading her bits. We move on to lifestyle. Many say that student journalism and lifestyle is in itself. God, that sounded like Yoda. But for this category, we're looking at any story that touches on the human experience whether that's travel or beauty, personal essays, or societal commentary. And this year, we were lucky enough to have this judged by the wonderful Phoebe Tonks from Reach PLC and formerly OK Magazine. She's a great friend of the SPA who's judged many awards over the years. And as Brie and I prove, that's the bit of Jem's script, once you start with the SPA, it's impossible to leave. Wow, there's a really small laugh down here at that. Anyway, of the highly commended, Phoebe said, if anyone ever needed the perfect example of how to blend a lifestyle article with an investigative deep dive, it would be this piece. Stylistically, the decision to frame it in the style of a research paper was genius, and the number crunching was spectacular without being overwhelming. So the highly commended for best lifestyle piece goes to Lawrence Cook and Victoria McKinley-Smith from Cherwell.
Okay, I guess first of all, thank you to Vicky, who wasn't able to make it today, but kind of worked equally hard with me on this piece, and really to the rest of the features team, where this piece initially began, before SPA thought it was a better fit for lifestyle. Honestly, I think a lot of the work on this came kind of before the writing stage. We managed to kind of get a really massive sample size from the university. Over 10% of the student body responded to our survey, and that took a lot of effort, to be honest. So a real team effort from everyone at Cherwell, which I'm really grateful for. And I think, honestly, it was just a lot of fun and a kind of example of sort of the student community coming together and kind of, you know, having a lot of fun while kind of combining some kind of more serious journalistic strategies as well. So although it's a lifestyle piece, I think, you know, managed to blend a little bit of every kind of section in there. So, you know, he also told us that Christchurch is the college that gets the most pissed. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you to Cherwell.
I've never felt so shamed on my own stage. Right, we're going to move on to the winner now of this person. Phoebe said, it isn't really easy to write in the first person, producing an article, not least when it means drawing from personal experience and laying bare the intricacies of your life. But this person managed to do precisely that, and with a clear sense of humour to boot. There were some things so viscerally appealing about this article, from the peppering of facts to the candid authenticity. It was a solid and very enjoyable read. The winner is Antonia Shipley from News.
God, I wouldn't have drank so much wine if I would have expected to get something, but never mind. I'm so pleased. This is actually the first lifestyle piece that I've ever written, but if there's anything that I've learned from the news team this year, it's that if something matters to you, then it matters, and that I think we're all student journalists, and writing can feel super procedural, like it's just for our CVs or to get internships, but you shouldn't write for procedure, you should write with passion, and if you care about something, you should say it. We all started off writing because we loved it and we cared about it, and I think that's what journalism should be. So yeah, I'm so happy to receive this award. Thank you so much.
You shouldn't write for procedure, but for passion. I might get that tattooed on myself.
Do we think that ticks off the bingo card for the first person to cry?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, one down. Okay, where to next? I promise there is actually a plan here. Do we have any science or tech writers in the room? Fine, we'll just bin this one off then, shall we? Okay, cool. Okay, so we are now going to Best Science and Technology piece. This was sponsored and judged by some very long-time friends of the SPA, the Association of British Science Writers, and we are so, so grateful for their support and their partnership over the years. So we are delighted to welcome Mancunian alumni Emma Hattersley to reveal the winners.
So we're the ABSW. We're a membership organisation for media professionals who cover science, medicine, environment, mathematics, engineering, technology. So if you want to do any of those things, come speak to me. I'm the student rep. Starting with highly commended piece. This article's insightful analysis of the current science media landscape was particularly impressive, given it was one of the first articles produced for the publication's new science section. And the highly commended for science and tech piece goes to Jana Bazid from Raw News.
Honestly, this was the very first article that we wrote specifically for this section, actually. And it's just great, because like exactly a year ago, we didn't even have a science section to speak of, so it's like super cool to be standing here. So just a huge thanks for the entire team for like trusting me to go and do this whole thing. I also really want to thank this one guy who, for context, this article was written in response to a summer I spent interning for a lab, and part of it was doing some SciComms. And while we were at like Royal Society, I had this one man come up to me and tell me that he doesn't believe in the existence of lasers because it goes against his worldview. And that kind of started a whole thing where I started digging into how science was being communicated to the public, talking to journalists, talking to scientists, and it ended up accumulating in this. And yeah, so thanks to him for getting me angry enough to write this. So.
Congratulations. So now on to the winner. This article brought an anthropological theory to life by grounding it in the everyday dilemma of navigating our friendships. The writer's reflective narrative makes the complexities of social dynamics deceptively easy to understand. And the winner is Harshita Sendil-Kumar from Rum's Review.
It's a pleasure to accept this award on behalf of Harshita. She couldn't make this evening. But yeah, so her piece was on Dunbar's number. How many friends can you really have? I'd like to say thank you to Anna and Daniela for coming along with me, because you guys have made the top 10 friends that I could have. So thank you for coming along. But on a serious note, big up medical journalism. It's such an honor to be able to represent the future doctors from UCL for this country. Big up the NHS. We've got a fine set of doctors coming, but a fine set of writers too. So can't wait to knock back a few more glasses of wine and enjoy the evening.
We've now managed to switch back to the sections that are actually mine. There are 7 more awards to go until we get to the interval. But just a reminder that the bar is open throughout the evening. They're looking conspicuously quiet so far. I know, exactly. We're now going to move on to Best Feature, which was judged by Alva Ray, Associate Editor at Bloomberg, and Zoe Crowther, Reporter at Politics Home. And of the highly commended, our judges said, this is an engaging feature on a highly pertinent topic for a university student in 2024. The piece sensitively handles a controversial topic in an innovative way, a contribution to conflict resolution and mutual understanding in a university community. The highly commended for Best Feature goes to Simon Ezra Jackson from The Saint.
Thanks for this. For this article, I got an Israeli student and a Palestinian American student to sit down and have a discussion about the war. Just a one-on-one in private, and then I interviewed them before and afterwards. I wrote it because I thought the war was turning into numbers instead of people, and I thought that wasn't good. There was a Lancet study which said the death toll is 40% higher than what's currently being reported. And it was interesting. Last winter, I did a work experience at a London newspaper's news desk, and I pitched that story about the Lancet study. So the Lancet's the most cited medical journal in the UK, one of the most prestigious in the world. And this story about the death toll got reported in the New York Times and the BBC and Reuters. I pitched it to the news desk of the newspaper I was doing work experience for. And my supervisor said it was a statistic, that it was a percentage change, and that people don't want to hear it. They want to hear something upbeat. And he said it won't make a difference. What will one article change about a war that's thousands of miles away? And my supervisor was not an idiot. He was a very, very clever man. He knew what he was doing. And I knew what he was doing. And a lot of us in this room will go on to become journalists or lawyers or politicians, and will face choices like this, the choice I faced. It's not really my place to tell you how to act, but I will tell you this. Don't tell yourself you'll do the right thing when you're older in the future. If you don't do it now, you never will, because you'll never stop stressing about the LinkedIn or the digital footprint or the next job. There's always going to be reasons to drop the story. I know that very well. I could have kicked up a fuss. I have Israeli friends and I have Palestinian friends. I could have called them and put them on a video call and asked the supervisor to tell one of them why their lives mattered more than the other. I didn't do that. I don't think it would have done anything, but I could have tried. I nodded and I sat at my desk and I found upbeat stories about vintage car shows. And I think I'll remember that afternoon for the rest of my life. So don't make my mistake when you go into the world. Don't tell yourself you'll do good things later on in life. If you don't do it now, you never will. And thank you very much.
Fantastic. Okay, we're going to move on to the winner of Best Feature. And our judges said of this nomination that this deeply moving and personal feature is beautifully written and highly relevant to its audience of young people. The piece had a meaningful, real-world impact. The winner is Marianne Carney from The Badger. Congratulations. Right, we get a lovely picture. In silence, which makes it so ominous.
Yeah, that's great.
There you go.
Oh God, I don't know how to hold it all.
Tell us all about the piece and how great.
Hi everyone. I'm quite new to journalism, so this is exciting to me. I couldn't have done this article without my family's help. It involves all of us, even though it's my story. My dad, my mum, my little sister, my two cousins, they all helped me piece my story together, so that mattered a lot to me. Thanks to the Badger for giving me this opportunity, because they've really shown me a bunch of new things and it's been amazing. And my boyfriend Harry, who's over there, he's supported me from day one, so it's really, I'm really grateful. But yeah, thank you.
I'm also really loving the energy the Scottish delegates are bringing to the room. It's like any Scot wins and they're like, yes, we've all won. So that's what I want to see more of. Okay, we are now on to Best News Story. This was judged by Sian Elvin, news editor at The Independent and a former SPA trustee. It was also co-judged by Jack Elson, the chief political correspondent of The Sun. And in a true political full house, it was kindly sponsored by philanthropist and former special advisor Leon Emirali. Now, to the highly commended. Our judges said, this story proves why it's worth spending time digging through hidden documents on the websites of universities and organisations. This was a story which may not otherwise have been brought to the attention of students and the wider public. It's also impressive that the piece was picked up by Private Eye. The highly commended for Best News Story goes to Callum Martin from Exeter.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll keep it short. Thanks to the SPA, both for the award and the conference. I know a lot of work's gone into it. It's been a real honour to be your delivery driver. Although my clutch was starting to smell by trip 6. But yeah, thanks everyone at Expo Day as well. I'll miss you lot. And I don't know, if you're watching, Joe and Joe, love you. Thanks. All right.
There is a very high chance that whatever was in your goodie bag was transported by Callum's car. So, full props, thanks. Okay. Oh, I like that you've put that there. I'm feeling it, yes. Okay, so on to the winner. Our judges said, it is rare for a story to be significant both for students and the wider public interest. This person played a blinder with a well-written piece that made waves. The winner is Elise Mather from Shorwell.
Congrats, that's amazing. This is a piece. It's quiet. It's a piece about Peter Mandelson announcing his candidacy for the Oxford Chancellorship, and he was gonna break the news with The Guardian, but it didn't happen for some reason. But Ailish was really persistent in getting that story for the Cherwell, so there was a real national significance with it. And I mean, unfortunately, he didn't win, but now he's the ambassador to the UN. So, congrats, Ailish.
It's a pretty good consolation prize, let's be honest. We've got a lot of mums watching along at home tonight, haven't we? I wonder if mine is. Anyway, now I was told she's not.
Linda, I expect you to be watching.
Yeah. We're now going to turn to Best Comment Piece, which is always one of the most highly contested categories, and this year was no exception. Our shortlisting team had to read an incredible, I say had to, we're delighted to read an incredible 130 entries to narrow down to our shortlist of a maximum of 10, and I can promise you we did read every single one. This award was judged by my colleagues, Patrick Maguire, a columnist and leader writer at The Times, and Charlotte Ivers, who is the restaurant critic for The Sunday Times. So, of the highly commended, our judges said this was funny and witty writing, a breath of fresh air. Writing well is hard, writing humorously harder still, especially when the experience described is universal. This witty piece manages to do both without laying it on too thick. I laughed out loud. The highly commended for Best Comment Piece goes to Sam Spendlove from The Saints.
Thank you very much. I'm Sam's editor. I'm representing him. I'm so very happy for him. Yeah, the piece is about the very annoying and universal experience of slow walkers in the street. And it's strange how everyone is annoyed at them, and yet some of the people who are annoyed must be the slow walkers. And he manages to get the point across that in the end, maybe taking the slow route is the best way to get to somewhere. And thank you very much. I am so happy for him. Thank you.
Excellent. Now moving on to the winner of this entry. Our judges said it was a lovely, evocative portrait with a serious message, elegantly delivered. It's a rare thing to read something by a student that charts a new path across such well-trodden ground, but this elegant mix of the personal and the political pulls it off. The winner is Lucy Reed from Pyre Media.
did not expect. I know everyone says this. I did not expect it. I didn't write a speech. I didn't write anything. It's gonna be very short, but this is a piece about my grandmother, who was a care home worker from Lancashire, who would never. No, I think she would have expected it, but I think she'd be very proud of me tonight. So thank you, Grandma.
Fantastic. Now it's on to a big one. It is best investigation. By definition, also very big. Now, if anyone would like to investigate, this award was judged by Aggie Chambray, who is an award-winning investigative journalist and political correspondent for LBC, as well as James Ball, a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist who is political editor for The New European. We are delighted to have Cardiff University's journalism department on board with us again this year, who will be coming to the stage to present this award. So let's give her a big hand as she comes up to the stage.
Hello. Is this on? Yes. Thank you for making me so welcome in my home county of Devon. I am representing Cardiff University, so I'd like to tell you I've had a cracking day. Now, on with business. So, on to the highly commended. And the judges said, brilliant and harrowing. The journalist has taken the time to get the story right here, and it shows in its impact. So the highly commended goes to Will Dixon from Palatinate. For Union Society members suspended after appalling comments made at secret events.
Thank you very much. It took forever to write this article. It took me about 3 months to get it out. But I'd like to say thank you very much to all of my editors on the paper who made it happen, and all the people who talked to me as well, because they did it at sort of risk to themselves and their friendships as well. It was some pretty awful stuff that was said in that conference. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations to Will. So finally on to our winner tonight. And of this person, the judges said, this was a complex and difficult investigation that many experienced journalists would find challenging to see through to publication, resulting in a well-told and important tale with significant real-world impact. A credit to everyone involved. The winner is Amadea Hoffman from the Beaver for her investigation into LSE's mishandled sexual misconduct probe.
I'm accepting this award on behalf of Amadea. The piece was about how the LSE mishandled misconduct, a sexual misconduct investigation. I think this piece is a testament to the power that student journalism has in keeping our institutions accountable. And I'm very proud of this piece, and I'm very proud of the Beaver. Thank you very much.
Nick.
Is there a photographer in the house?
Nick. Photographer Nick. Could we have you back? Sorry, we missed the photo.
And the award for best photographer goes to
Nick.
We got there in the end. So, as a reminder, if you are watching us from home, please do give us your messages and pictures. We would love to see them. It's #Spank25. We are at SPAJournalism on pretty much any network you can find. So please do send us whatever you're doing when you're watching from home. If you're someone's mum, please let us know. So now we are moving on to Best Interview. Some of you may have been so on it. You've nabbed an interview with Chris Curtis, MP, earlier. More importantly, an expert. So... Has he moved? Is he gone? No, you're there. You are still there. Good. I lost you in the room, but it's lovely to have you with us. Okay, so this award was sponsored and judged by some people who've been coming to Spank for nearly as long as I have. This is so rude, Brie. That's so rude that you wrote that about me. Okay, so I didn't write that one, but I'm absolutely ecstatic to welcome PA Media Academy to the stage to present this award.
So of the highly commended, this person's interview reveals the fascinating story of somebody who might have been better known to many students as a team member in a local coffee shop before this interview was published. This is a well-executed interview that entertains and educates in equal measure. The highly commended for Best Interview goes to Sanaya Narula from Cherwell.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sanaya couldn't make it tonight, but it's really interesting actually because me and Sanaya do French together, and I had no idea that she'd written this piece, and then it got a lot of SPA attention, and a lot of people kind of in Oxford were talking about it because there's a pret-a-manger on sort of the main street in Oxford that everyone goes to. It's an institution, and she kind of just revealed this remarkable story of one of the baristas there who was kind of well known. And kind of the remarkable story behind sort of his time and what brought him to poetry. And so really it's not just a profile piece, but it's also effectively a piece about poetry, about culture, about literature, but it also kind of, tells people something really different and new and really quite unusual. So, it was something that I read only when it was kind of nominated, and I was really kind of taken aback. So it's really a fantastic piece, and if Sanaya is watching, just congratulations and well done, because it really is fantastic, and we're really proud of you. Thank you.
So now for the winner. On the one hand, this person's writing demonstrated the thoroughness of his research, but on the other, they allowed the subject to speak openly and memorably on everything from their student days and health challenges to his journey into journalism. His technique produced a readable, memorable interview. The winner is Callum Martin from Expose.
Thank you to PA and thank you to John for speaking to me. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, and now we come on to one of my favourite awards. I know I'm not really meant to have favourites, but I actually really like this one. This is the Rising Star Award, which is given to someone who has just started out in student media and is already making a big impact. So these are the people to watch out for in the years to come. This award has also been kindly sponsored by some of our friends who've been with us for a long time. This has been sponsored by Women in and also judged by them as well. So a big thank you to Women in Journalism, who I'm going to welcome to the stage to present the award.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having us. It's really, really important to support early career journalists, which is why we're here today on behalf of Women in Journalism.
We really recommend you all get involved. It's a brilliant network to connect with all the women leading the media industry. We need more of them, and we hope to see a lot of you again at their future events.
It was such a privilege to be able to judge this award, and it was a really tough competition, and we really, really enjoyed reading all the applications.
For highly commended, we said this person's work has demonstrated an impressive reach. They have a keen eye for interesting and unique stories, and their investigative campaigns are strong.
This person has clearly expanded the audience and potential of their student paper. So the highly commended award goes to Sophia Lambis from Epigram.
Yeah, thanks so much. I've really loved being part of Epigram this year. We've got an amazing team. Check out our Break the Mold campaign if you haven't already. Thanks, Jack, for securing me a ticket last minute, and thanks, Benji, for the lift. Bye.
So now on to the winner. This person is an ambitious reporter who has covered sensitive topics with much nuance.
They've demonstrated a plethora of skills from interviewing to editing and pushing their personal boundaries. They truly are a rising star in this industry.
So the winner is Kate Bailey Tonkin from the Glasgow Guardian.
Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, Kate could not be here, but what a trooper she is. She deserves all of the flowers that she gets. She works so hard, and I know all of the pieces that she's written this year just mean so much to her. So to everyone at the Glasgow Guardian, I know she's watching right now. Congratulations. What a win for you. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone, and this is for you, girl. Woo!
Fantastic. We're going to move on now to Best Photographer, and we know that a publication is nothing without engaging photos that bring life to all the stories that we're writing, whether it's snaps of strikes or striking snaps. I think that's the third year in a row we've had that joke in. Can't think of anything better. We're now going to move on. So the highly commended, or entry, the wholly commended. It was so good, it was wholly commended. Our judges said of the highly commended that this person's use of different photography mediums, including digital and film, shows a confidence to explore different picture-making strategies and understanding of aesthetics, which add depth to the narrative of a story. The highly commended goes to Alden Arnold from The Saints.
Thank you to my executive board, Riley, David, Hannah, and a special thank you to Ilaria for writing my statement. Thank you for all of my friends that came with me to Exeter. It was a long trip, I will say. Thank you to Jim Tillman for the teacher that... Thank you to Jim Tillman, my teacher who got me into photography 7 years ago. Some of these photos were taken with the camera you entrusted with me, so thank you very much.
You are surprisingly perky, St Andrews, for your 12-hour journey yesterday.
Just for the people at the back of the room, we will get you another trophy. It's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a glass that smashed. Well, it wasn't a glass of wine that smashed. Anyway, how many years bad luck is that? On to the winner for Best Photographer. Our judges said that each of the photos that this person submitted illustrates an ability to convey to the viewer the atmosphere and emotion of live performance. Overall, very creative. I love the exploration of techniques. The winner is Arabella Wright from the Griffin. Do you want to give us another rendition of Teenage Dirtbag instead?
I do not. Yeah, so obviously I'm not Arabella. I am the regional officer for the North, but I am accepting this on her behalf. And yeah, I will make sure it gets safely back to Leeds. Cheers.
Okay, this is our third to last award before the interval. So, are we excited? I don't really think that was good enough, but anyway, I'm not going to go full children's entertainer, but I need some more pep. We are now heading to the world of sport. And this was judged by Jack Murley, presenter of the BBC's LGBT Sport podcast, and Rachel Steinberg, a sports reporter of PA Media. And they have both judged for several years now, so we are really very grateful to them.
I like that you said PA and nearly said SPA before PA.
SBA's life, what can I say? Of the highly commended, our judges said, this person is my kind of reporter. Their pieces go beyond the ins and outs of a particular match and ask bigger questions about the role that sport plays in the world that we all live in. They know their audience and serve them well, while being accessible to a broader readership. An excellent entry. The highly commended goes to Sky Fletcher from the Beaver!
Hello again, sorry, it's me again. I'm accepting this award on behalf of Sky. She's an incredibly hardworking student journalist, and she's an asset to the team. I'm going to be working with her next year on the executive team, and I'm very excited for her. Thank you very much for this recognition.
Okay, so on to the winner. Of this person, the judges said, they know their audience and know what matters to them. They showed a strong ability to nurture sources and persuade them to speak on the record, which is and have an excellent example of building a story and getting it to the wicket. Oh, I love the puns in this one. This is great. Their second piece was practically faultless, with beautiful use of language and imagery, and their third piece was also a triumph. Whichever national newspaper they end up working for, I'm going to buy to read their work. The winner is Ben Pulaski from Palatinate!
So I was speaking to my girlfriend the other night, and she said, have you figured out what you're going to say when you're going to win? And I said, don't be so ridiculous, I've got no chance. But here I am now, so I think I've got to make something up. I'm completely indebted to the amazing people at Palatinate who I've only joined this year, but I've learned so much from them. Joseph won this award last year, and he's been a brilliant co-editor, and I've learned so much. And the editors we've had to this year, Lily, Will again, Isla, who's just become our new editor-in-chief, they've been amazing and have supported us in everything we do. So yeah, thank you. It's a real pleasure.
Fantastic. We're now moving on to an award that has only been running for 3 years, so it's about to graduate. Oh, God.
In England. It's graduating in England, not in Scotland. It's got a year to go.
Sorry. And Ireland. Thank you, Jack. It's Best Culture Writer, to get back to the subject at hand. This award was judged by Jeff Peplow, who is a culture and entertainment writer for Sky News and a longtime friend of the SPA, Punteya van ter Heyden, a senior editor and journalism mentor. So, of the highly commended, our judges said, there is a very particular skill that the most talented culture writer possesses, making readers care about a topic they have zero knowledge about, completely accessible and interesting. This person expertly achieves this in all 3 of their pieces, taking the reader from the standing start on the topic to well-informed by the end. The highly commended goes to Anna Maria Regina from The Saints.
I'm not Anna Marie Regina, but I'm her editor in our section. She is amazingly talented at culture writing. She writes some of the most witty, just well-written pieces. And I'm so happy. And more than that, she's a genuinely lovely, wonderful person. When she found out she was nominated, she didn't feel like she deserved it. So I hope this goes to show. And yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the winner of this entry. Our judges said it was great original content with fascinating case studies, insight, directly reflecting the intended audience. Their review pieces were vulnerable, insightful, and when necessary, rightly critical, but with a lens of kindness and compassion. A perfect balance for ethical culture reporting. The winner is Ali Rees from Brig Newspaper.
Yes, I'm not Ali. They're really cool, though. They're from Brig, a Scottish publication, which is great to see. And, yeah, I mean, they've done so much hard work over the last few years on a lot of really important topics. And so I'm proud to accept this award on their behalf.
If you want to do the joke that you've written, you are very welcome to do your own joke.
I wrote some of these jokes for Jem so that I could get away with getting her to say it anyway. I was going to give you a fun fact about Josh, who's not really listening because he's gone to the side of the stage now. He managed to turn up at Spank without any pants. So I suggested that he could barter that award for some underwear for the long journey home to Scotland, which I then wrote is 12 hours of chafing.
He did actually buy some pants when he got here, but I believe he left them in the pub last night, so I had to go back and get them.
Anyway, now I've said the joke. Jem can continue.
We're all really good friends on the SPA team, and we all love each other very much. Okay, so this is, I'm sure you'll be relieved to hear, our last one before the interval. This award was kindly sponsored by Bloomberg, responsible for those fab highlighters in your goodie bags. By the way, what a goodie bag. Who thought you'd come here for the weekend, come away with caffeinated water, microwavable tagine, some tissues that say big issues, little tissues. So yeah, we'd love to see it. So, this was judged by Stephen Bush, associate editor and columnist for the FT, and Manveen Rana, host of the Story podcast for The Times. And I am delighted to welcome Bloomberg to the stage to present this award.
Thank you for having me. All right, off the highly commended entry, the judges said a really strong, hard-hitting feature and decent news stories alongside. They also handle some very difficult issues with sensitivity. The highly commended goes to somebody from my old university, Luke Chapman from the Boar.
You're going to have to clap for at least another 10 seconds.
Firstly, I want to thank everyone from the SPA for hosting such an amazing event, and also everyone from Expose as well. You guys have been amazing. You really have. But more importantly, I want to thank everyone on that table over there from the Warwick Boar, because without you, I wouldn't be here. It says Best Reporter on it, but it could say any of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Congratulations. Off the winning entry, the judges said, concise, well-written pieces that are bound to appeal to students on campus. A nice blend of reporting. 2 proper stories of interest to the student body. A nice reported feature. The winner is Harriet Mogi from The River.
Not actually expect to win, so I just thought I'd dedicate this to Izzy, who couldn't make it. Big love to Izzy. And The River. Thanks, guys.
Very quick march across stage. That is it for this half. If you want to get up to the bar and get your drinks and orders in quickly before there's a queue form, start leaving now. You have a tight 10 minutes before we go on to the publication awards. And again, if you're watching from home, remember it's at SPAJournalism on all platforms. We're on the YouTube comments. Or just tweet us if you're really old-fashioned. Hashtag Spank25.
I've only nearly fallen over tonight. That is a trip hazard. That is a health and safety hazard.
What is?
There's whoever duct taped the...
Oh yeah, on that lead.
I'm nearly...
Come on. It's all right.
SPA members, are you ready for the second half? Now, if you love the royalty-free music that brought Gem and Brie on at the start, wait till you hear for this one. Please welcome back to the stage your hosts for this evening, Aubrey Allegretti and Gem Collins.
End of some kind of uplifting film set with that. So anyway, that was quite the choice for a walk-on. Thanks, Ollie. So we are back, and do not worry, this half is shorter, I promise. I hope you've all had a wonderful interval. Did we have a good interval? And we are now back for the Publication Awards. So who is excited for the Publication Awards?
You can finally all come up on stage if your publication wins. No more leaving it to one person to soak up all the glory. I want to see every person up here. During the interval, I've been reading some interesting comments online. Some positive ones sent in by people who are watching along at home, and particularly wanted to shout out Ali Rees, who their colleagues were filming their wonderful reaction to winning Best Culture Writer in the awards this year. It was truly spectacular to behold, and I believe that Gem is going to play something.
It's on your phone, love.
It's on my phone.
But while you get that ready, we also have had a message in from Ali, who says, thank you so much to all of the other Brig writers who continually push me to be my best. And that it's amazing to see gaming articles getting recognition at this level. And I really hope you can listen to this clip from the Brig Insta story, which is the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. Live from Stirling. Congratulations. Cool. I believe we're now on to another award.
Fantastic. And I think it's you.
Okay, great. Well, we are kicking off well. So we are now on to our Best Project or Initiative category, which was kindly judged by David Chipakachu, a journalist and producer for Sky News, and Robin Vinter, North of England correspondent at The Guardian. This was very kindly supported by PLMR, who are a brand new headline sponsor to work with us this year. So I'm so thrilled to have them here, who will now come up to present this award.
Congratulations on a fantastic event, and thank you for making the two PR guys in the room feel really welcome all day. Of the highly commended, as you said, to create a podcast from a relatively standing start is no mean feat. This publication has gone beyond their remit of a text-based offering to provide something fresh and informative for LGBTQ+ students, setting them up for a successful time at both the university and in life. And the highly commended podcast goes to Planorama's The Queer Student Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for SPA for this recognition. It means so much given how hard we've worked for this project. Thank you so much for the whole team at Panorama. In particular, Amy Adsaid, our editor-in-chief, who's just been amazing. And all our guests that we've interviewed as well. And I just want to dedicate this award tonight to the LGBTQ+ community. Thank you. It can be quite lonely to be a queer young person in this world at times. And projects like Panorama and the Queer Student are designed to make queer students feel less lonely. Our community deserves to be uplifted. Trans people deserve to be uplifted. So do your bit, be good allies, be present, be vocal, and yeah, work to uplift our community because we deserve it. Thank you.
I would like to dedicate this award to the entire team at Panorama, and I would like to thank Amy for giving us this amazing opportunity, and for Jasper for being an amazing co-host and co-producer for the project. Thank you.
And on to the winner of this entry. The judges said this is a vitally important collection of student journalism highlighting an issue that is becoming prevalent across the UK, smart, zeitgeist-aware, campaigning journalism worthy of a national. The winner is last year's epic Spank hosts, Epigram with Break the Mould.
Unfortunately, we don't have our wonderful editor-in-chief, Annie, with us tonight, but she has, although she said not to jinx it. I told her to write something, so I have something here. Chances are everyone in this room either lives with mold in their home or knows someone who does. It's such an epidemic in student housing, and we deserve better. And I've had multiple people today talk to me about the mold in their homes across the country. So this isn't just a Bristol issue, this is an issue for everyone. And we decided to take action. It's so exciting to see our, Annie says little, but I'd say quite impressive campaign getting recognition. Thank you. And if you haven't signed our petition yet, it's on our Instagram.
Best culture publication, and if I had to say that I would say that this year's most cultured delegate is definitely Bradger. Where is he? He's been brought by the Badger. There he is. He's sporting a sort of hand-knitted jumper from my former student publication, so yeah, absolutely beautiful. The award that we're going to move on to is Best Culture Publication, and it was judged by Adam Bloodworth, Deputy Life and Style Editor and Travel Editor at City AM, and Rachel McGrath, who is a freelance entertainment journalist. Of the highly commended, our judges said that this publication showcases a really great mixture of features on bigger cultural stories alongside pieces spotlighting local talent and issues. The highly commended goes to The Relic from the Saints.
Well, yeah, so our culture section at the Saint is called The Relic, because of like relics and saints. It's a really clever name. So I thank David and Riley and Hannah and Ilaria for coming up with our wonderful executive committee. I thank my friends from St Andrews who are over there. And we have a whole 16 writers for this section. And They do an amazing job, and if there's anything I'm really, really happy with, it's just that it's such a great community in our team of writers. I joined the arts and culture section at St Andrews at the Saint in Freshers Week of my first year, and editing it now is a huge, huge privilege and huge honor. And I guess all the hours on Adobe InDesign paid off. So thanks.
Fantastic work, fantastic work. It's water. Finally, on to the winner of this publication. Our judges said, I wanted to keep reading strong angles, professional headlines, decent writing, a really great scope of topics, and a mix of editorial. The winner is Muse. There's at least one upturned chair at that table. They're so excited.
If you didn't spot that, they've literally knocked their chairs over in excitement.
Thank you to everyone who's been a part of Muse and News for the past year. We said this in our nomination, but we feel that amongst like other major northern cities, the arts and culture scene in York is very much underestimated. But Muse has stepped in and made sure that everyone knows about it. So a huge thank you to Ellen and Antonia and Heather, of course, who have just...
And thank you to Alex as well, and everyone that's sitting in Table 13 over there, all of York student media that's been absolutely brilliant, and well done to everyone in this room. I think it's like a testament to the amazing power of student journalism in like uplifting arts and culture at the moment, and now it's more important than ever.
Yeah. Long live arts and culture.
Long live arts and culture.
Okay, we are now back to sport, and I promise you I'm not going to say any more bad sport puns because I'm not reading any more of Aubrey Allegretti's jokes. So, this award was judged by Julia Bellas-Trinidad, a freelance sports journalist and PhD student who has been kind enough to grace us as a speaker as well this year for a second year running. Absolute legend. Of the highly commended, Julia said, this publication's sports section is extremely relevant in their coverage of university sports, with a special highlight to the varsity photography, which is successful in showing how vibrant the event was, as well as using live reporting to bring their readers closer to the university's sporting scene. They also discuss several other relevant topics, such as the cost of living and practicing sports, balancing academic life with sports, and LGBTQ+ inclusion. Overall, a really strong submission. So, the highly commended this year for sports goes to The Courier!
I've sank a few pints already, so you'll have to excuse if I start sounding a bit too scouse. You'll have to bear with us. But now I'm stood here accepting this award. I'm stood on the shoulders of giants. Honestly, like, my team is amazing. Adam Symes, Dylan Seymour, Noe Fernandez Perez, and of course Megan Grimston. She's absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant team, and I'm so proud to lead them. On a personal note, I want to thank Lucy Barber, my editor. She had the faith to put me in charge of the sports section. I'm so thankful she did. It's been an incredible year, and I want to give one last thanks to my predecessor, the great Arthur Ferridge. He really set me on this path, and I'm so thankful that he did. But yeah, thank you to everyone. All the best.
Okay, now on to the winner. Of this publication, Julia said, this publication stands out because of the journalism they produce. Using FOI requests and looking into issues that affect the sporting community at their university, and have an innovative approach to a sports section within a student publication, highlighting students' voices and successfully debating worldwide events and showing their knowledge of what is relevant in the sporting world. The winner is, of some karaoke fame last night, Raw News!
On behalf of Sam and Saoirse, who are our sports editors this year. They've done a really, really good job, mostly recently with their coverage of varsity. They've worked tirelessly, and this one is for them. I hope they're watching. We're really proud of you guys, and you've made us really happy. Thank you.
I had a good system with drinks placed in every point of the stage. Right. We're going to ricochet back to the world of science, and I hope the entries in this category were better than last night's knowledge of chemical elements, is this joke in my script. It's time for our best science publication or section. And this was obviously kindly sponsored and judged by the Association of British Science Writers, who are returning. So please welcome Emma back to the stage.
Sorry to have to hear my voice again. This award, like our last award, was also judged by Andy Extance, our wonderful chair, who unfortunately couldn't be here, but he will be at our summer school in June, so everybody better sign up. I want to see so many faces. But down to business, for the highly commended Science and Tech section, this publication's creative approach to science journalism helped make its broad range of topics accessible to its readers. We were particularly impressed at their commitment to science outreach and their support for new writers. And highly commended is UCL Science Magazine.
Thank you. Wait, I don't know what else to say. I don't think we expected to win today, but like a lot of thanks to all the rest of our committee who couldn't be here, our president, our editors, and everyone. Not gonna lie, I was kind of like a personal assistant the whole year, so I didn't do much. So I don't know if I deserve to be up here, but nothing else to say but thank you to the team.
Pretty much echoing what you said, especially our editors that couldn't be here, and our editor-in-chief and president who are dissertationing at the minute, but yeah, thank you.
Yay!
And now on to the winner. After this section was nearly scrapped at the end of the last academic year, the hard work of the editorial team has produced an impressively engaging section. Innovations such as the introduction of the role of head researcher and an idea generation workshop help create compelling, accurate copy. And the winner is Epigram.
Well, I'm really glad that I ironed my shirt. My mum will be pleased about that one. But this isn't about me, this is about Corin, our amazing editor, Miles, the other deputy editor. I'm the deputy editor if I didn't say that. Ellie, our amazing sub-editor. Jules and Alex, amazing designers who are some of my best friends now. And Epigram was really changed my life in a couple of ways, which is maybe a bit deep for this, but yeah, I'm kind of waffling a little bit now. But it's honestly been amazing, and I'm so glad we're being recognised in front of some amazing other student journalists, and thank you very much.
Fantastic work, fantastic work. We're going to move on now to Best Overall Digital Media, which personally I feel like should have been won by some of your reels this morning. Although, judging by the state of them, out of you exploring the countryside, it looks like you're on Clarkson's farm instead. Insert joke here, haha. Thank you. It went really quiet just as I finished that joke. This award was sponsored by In-House, a Westminster-based public affairs and comms agency, and it was judged by Alistair Reid, who is a senior journalist at BBC News, and Ava Santina, political correspondent for Politics Joe. So, of the highly commended, our judges said, I cannot fault your strategy. It is remarkably impressive. Your static posts on Instagram are better than some national broadcasters. It's a beautiful grid that feels local and community focused. Looking at the rest of your content, it's clear you've made a real effort to engage in SEO. The highly commended for Best Overall Digital Media goes to Cherwell.
Thank you so much. It's been a great year for Cherwell, I think. Thank you so much to SPA and the team at Expose for this amazing conference. I'm glad that all my time obsessively checking Instagram has counted for something. Hopefully I'll overcome my social media addiction in the coming weeks. But thanks so much to all the team, and I don't know if anyone else wants to add anything.
Shout outs to the posts that did really well. For example, an interview with a really popular singer on the street, protests, police abseiling from the roof of the library to arrest people. Yeah, like, people worked really hard on this, and we are really grateful.
Thank you so much.
Also showing us how it's done by the whole team coming up. So if your publication wins, I want to see every single one of you. I want this stage to be shaking. Of the winner, our judges said, this publication impressed through a consistently high standard of video production, combined with a commitment to live and breaking news across platforms. It's easy to see why your engagement is so high. Your content is excellent. The winner is Limerick Voice.
I am accepting this on behalf of Limerick Voice, who very sadly could not be with us here today. They're an absolutely amazing publication. If you know anything about Irish publications, you've definitely heard of Limerick Voice. I think if they were here, they'd probably make a mention of Joe, who is gone but very much not forgotten. And I know he was a great friend and colleague to many people in this cohort. I'm honoured to be taking this back to them, and I think it's very, very well deserved.
Amazing. And as Bree says, please bring everyone up. If you win, I want to break the stage. No, maybe not. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I'd like a lot of people on stage. Right, we are now on to our first design award of the evening. Woo, yes, design, which was judged by Ellie Doughty, sub-editor for The Times. And it was great to see so many of you at the swap shop, and the compliments that you gave to each other about each other's papers was really heartwarming. So hopefully you've stashed those newsletters for later. And even if you don't win, you have all put together some amazing work. So of the highly commended, Ellie said, "This has a great front page, good formatting and style with the paper name, logo, grabby headline, and a nicely cut in central image. I loved the coordinated colours for different sections." I feel like this was on the reel earlier. That was a bit of compliments that someone gave someone, maybe. Anyway, love the coordinated colours, use of multimedia elements. It goes to Geriv.
I know you just said you want to break the stage, however, there's only 2 of us from our publication, so I'm not jumping on this stage. I do basically most of the design myself. I don't have a design team. I'm also trying not to cry. But yeah, thank you to Hannah, thank you to Ella, thank you to Dan, to Ed, to Quench. I love you all. Thank you, and I'm also trying not to cry. Thank you.
Amazing. Now, on to the winner. Of this publication, Ellie said, "Formatting and copy and with different elements on the page is excellent in terms of space. It doesn't feel too crowded, but it doesn't feel like there is wasted space either. Images have captions and byline author images. Page sections are all well laid out early on, as in a professional paper." So, the winner of Best Newspaper Design 2025 is The Boar!
Thank you to everyone, and thanks a lot to Zach, and I don't really know what to say.
I'd like to say a massive shout out to everyone at The Boar, especially our editors who have put up with our incredibly slow in-design. We know it's a pain, but no, we got through it. Also to our deputy design team, Joao and Sophia, great help. And yeah, thank you to SPA for hosting this amazing event. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. We're now moving on to Best Design for Magazine. And I'm not talking about how stylish my suit is. There was somebody I met last night that was given a scrunchie by their mother. Where are they? Are they here? Who's got a scrunchie given to them by their mother? Well, oh, there you are! I knew you were here. It was lovely meeting you after midnight on train somewhere. And yes, Best Design is sadly not for us. It's not a sartorial thing. It's about a magazine. And it was judged by the wonderful Alice Pomfret, who is a magazine and book designer. And of the highly commended, Alice said that this publication has a cohesive design which builds a strong identity for your magazine. A great understanding of magazine design is in practice here. The highly commended for Best Magazine Design goes to Inside the Box.
I'm not from Inside the Box, but I'm collecting it on their behalf. So huge congrats to them. I hope they're watching on the live stream. And well done to everyone in the category. You were all amazing. And yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic conference.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. We're now going to move on to the winner. And of this publication, Alice said, a successful, cohesive design for the publication with interesting imagery and illustration. You are starting to build a real voice. and personality for your publication. Continue to push and explore this. The redesign has been really successful for you. The winner is, we've seen them once, it's Planorama!
We'd like to dedicate this award to Dia and EJ, who are design editors, and again our editor-in-chief Amy. They've done an amazing job at the redesign, and they've been pushing everybody to write what they love and express what they love. And I think that's the motive behind Planorama at the moment.
And we are a magazine completely run by queer students, for queer students, and I just think that's something to be celebrated. So yeah, thank you everybody. Have a lovely evening.
Right, this is your sort of 5 publication award countdown. There are only 5 publication awards left.
I'm sure you can't wait to see the back of us. Don't worry, we're nearly done. Okay, so where are we at now? We are now at Best Website. Yeah, the people at the back are very excited by Best Website. I'm loving it. Okay, so this award was judged by Emily Shackleton, product lead at Metro, and Emily Mee, consumer reporter at The Sun. 2 Emilys. Great work on your part. This was kindly sponsored by the team at PLMR, who you might have had a chance to hear from earlier today, and we're going to welcome them back to the stage to present this award.
Of the highly commended, our judges said, a clear mission statement and the website shows a very coherent understanding of the needs of their audience. I thought the design principles were very clever and on brand. I was a big fan, moreover, of the focus on interactive engagement and community building. The highly commended for best website goes to Science Mind.
Admittedly, I'm not from Science Mind, but I am picking up this award on their behalf. They're a great magazine with a great website, but more importantly, it's great to see fellow KCL students winning, so go Kings. Thank you.
Now on to the winner of this publication, our judges said. The new website shows a commitment to bringing print and digital products closer together into one recognizable brand. Considering everything from color scheme to navbar structure and puzzles, this entry really stood out to me as one that operates very much like a professional mainstream publication. The winner is Cherwell.
The name that's just been going through my head is Jamie. He spent countless hours working WordPress to do this complete website overhaul over Christmas. And also to Georgia for having such great vision. Indispensable.
Yeah, we're very surprised by this, but thank you so much. We couldn't say thanks enough. So thanks very much, everyone.
We love to see so many people on the stage. We love it.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So a slightly more sober part of this evening, if I could get a moment of calm. This next award is very special to me, and it is the only individual award that we place in this half of the show. The Billy Dowling Reid Award is named after a friend of both mine and student media. Billy Dowling Reid died of leukemia in 2018 and was the founder of Mediarg, which was a groundbreaking media jobs website that was the first one to ban unpaid internships being listed, which sounds bonkers to think about now, but was incredibly groundbreaking just over 5 years ago, and was a hugely generous supporter both to me and thousands of others breaking into the industry. So this award is genuinely really special to me, and everyone on this shortlist should be incredibly proud. So this one is for Billy.
Absolutely. This award was judged by Newsworks. It was sponsored by Newsworks, and as is tradition, it is judged by the previous year's winners of the award. So people who have won in previous years for an outstanding commitment to student journalism. That's Finson Hogan, who won in 2024. He's now a journalist at the Times, and Neve Robertson, who won in 2023 and is a news production journalist for The Telegraph. We are immensely grateful to them for judging again this year and passing on the baton and recognising people who have worked incredibly hard this year, as they did in years before. So can we please welcome Newsworks to the stage to present this award.
Thank you. Of the highly commended, our judges said, this person's relentless hard work, including cold calling companies to secure sponsorship deals and establishing a financially competent business team, turned the paper's prospects around entirely. This, in conjunction with a series he launched interviewing high-profile media figures, is evident of his vision, his eye for a story, and his journalistic potential. The highly commended in the Billy Dowling Reid Award goes to Luke Chapman from The Boar.
Thank you. As I said before, again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone at the SPA for organising today, everyone at Expose again as well. And again, just thank you to everybody on that table over there at the Boar. It says my name on it, it says I'm outstanding, but truly I'm not. It's all of you. So thank you very much.
Now on to the winner. Of this person, our judges said, they are clearly a highly impressive individual. Their drive to make their publication the very best it can be is evident from the glowing testimony of their peers. They embody what it is to be an inspiring leader and is already making their mark on the world of impact-led journalism. The winner is Annie McNamee from Epigram.
Can I give this to someone? Again, Annie unfortunately is not here. She's in the library writing her diss because she spent way too much time doing epigram. So she's written something for me to say. The only reason I'm not here to take this award is because I spent too much time doing epigram this year, and now I have like 2 weeks to write my dissertation. I love this paper so much, and to have all the time, tears and sweat I devoted to this paper recognized by the SPAs is really special. I'm only able to spend so much time on epigram because of the amazing team supporting me, so massive thank you to everyone who I know is watching on the live stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, We love you, Annie. You've done an amazing job with the paper. Yeah, we're really proud of you.
And just so Annie knows, that does mean, Annie, you're roped in for judging next year. There is no getting out of it.
Thank you in advance, Annie. So we are on to Best Newcomer Publication. Can I get a shout out from anybody who's here for the first time? Oh, wow. Great. It's great to have two of you here for the first time. Okay, I was going to ask if anyone's returning, but I just think... No, we've missed that mark. This award for Best Newcomer Publication was kindly sponsored by our wonderful friends at Expose, who've hosted and done a brilliant job putting on this whole weekend and organised a wonderful conference and awards night. They have been brilliant, particularly with fundraising and paying for the bottles of wine or the extra ones that have been sitting on your table. Yep, Luke gave a thumbs up for that. He's happy. And this award was judged by Alita Adu, who's political correspondent for The Guardian, and Josh Sanderford. I was expecting a woo. There we go. Who is a long-time friend of the SPA, a freelance journalist, and had a stellar career ranging from Spank delegate to student, and now speaker and awards judge. I've said you are a model journalist bar the mullet. Apologies. That's just the millennial in me. Anyway, we're going to welcome Expose back to the stage to present this wonderful award.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say a big thank you for coming to Devon. I know it's a long, long way, but yeah, thank you. Our judges said, I have no idea how they found someone to create something of such quality and do their degrees at the same time. This is a great publication with a clear focus on giving students a chance to grow their portfolios. It's an initiative that will undoubtedly have and leave a huge impact around their university. The highly commended for Best Specialist Publication goes to Tonic by Quench.
Thank you. Tonic's first issue came out this year. I started it in October. Thank you so much to the editor-in-chief of Quench, to who Tonic belongs. Thank you so much to my incredible team. I am nothing without you, and you are fantastic, brilliant people. And I'm floored, I'm shocked, and thank you very much.
Okay, on to the winner. This publication has broken stories that would make established, decade-old student newspapers proud. Many have been picked up by national newspapers, which is a testament to the team's hard work and drive. With such an incredible digital footprint already, I would not have known this was a new publication had I not been told. The winner is Hillhead Review.
Hello, thanks so much. It's an honor. We saw like a niche for good, diligent news reporting, which we all appreciate at Glasgow, and we sought to fill it. And we hope we've done a very good job. And we hope this lasts longer than we've been here at Glasgow Uni. And I want to thank Katie, my co-editor and girlfriend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to our team. We've
We've got Grace and Molly and everyone else on our team. Also, thank you very much to my flatmate and best friend, Zoe. She's been all the way. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, to Mary, Josh, Raj, Bruno, and all our writers, all our readers, and everyone at Glasgow, and everyone here. I mean, we've all done great, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. We're now on to our final spree of publication awards, which is very exciting. We're going to move to Best Specialist Publication, which was judged by Freddie Whitaker, who is Deputy Editor of Schools Week. And this award, I'm told, is going to be presented by David Jelani, who you may remember is a former SPA trustee and the founder of this very body.
Sorry, just for a sec. I need a drink for this one, please. Has anyone come bring me a drink? Sorry, give us a minute. Thanks. Okay.
Hang on.
So now, David, I have been a little cheeky here about this because I told you that we just wanted you here to present an SPA award, but I also wanted to show you how big the SPA is. I know Jack mentioned this earlier, but for those of you who don't know, the SPA isn't actually that old. If you compare us to the length of SRA or NASTA, it was only, less than 15 years ago that this organisation didn't exist. And then in 2012, this man decided to change that and create a community for student journalists and publications. And without him, none of us or the thousands of other students who've been with us here over the past decade would have been here or would have found this amazing community.
What's this behind us,
Oh, what
David?
could this be? And he's never been back here since setting it up. So I wanted to show him what he has created. And please, if you're able, could you please stand and give it a round of ovation, please, for Mr. David Jelani.
Please sit down. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Please stop clapping. Jem, I will get you back for that. Please move the slide along as quickly as possible. It's just really heartening to see student journalism in the UK and Ireland continue to thrive, continue to grow. I have loved this evening hearing the names of the publications that were there at the very first Spank back in 2013. I've loved hearing the new publications that have sprouted up from yourselves in the years since then. It's a wonderful thing, and I know that for an awards event like this evening, it's an amazing feeling to win, to put yourself out there. It can be very disappointing to do that and to not win an award. From my experience, it's the people that put themselves forward at all for these things that make the difference, that go on to achieve great things. So for the 1,300 plus people here in the room and watching online and beyond that have continued to do that and to make the SPA grow, I say well done to all of you. Thank you for being part of it. And I will get Jem back for making me come up here for this. But thank you very much. We have an actual award to present. So we're on to the Best Specialist Publication Award. I'm going from here? Yeah, from there? Here we go. Of the highly commended, the judge, Freddie, said, "The magazine is very well compiled and designed, and I applaud the efforts to include and translate content in other languages as well." So the highly commended for Best Specialist Publication goes to the Apiary.
Hi. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to SPA. Thanks for this wonderful award. The Apiary is a literary magazine. Scary. We publish fiction, creative nonfiction, translations, art, photography, and poetry. The Apiary means a house for bees, which is ironic because we're all buzzing. That was a joke. Very good there. I want to thank all the editors who worked in the magazine in the last few years, especially the editors who worked with us. That's Anna, our designer Brian, Olivia, Sarah. Make sure help me. Josh. I said Sarah and Carol. Thanks to everyone who was involved. They'll be on the video. In total, and thank you also to the Seamus Heaney Centre at Queen's, which is the writing school at Queen's, who's given us all a lot of support. We published 51 writers across our 2 issues in 2024. All of them brilliant. The magazine wouldn't be anything without them. But way back, long ago, about 60 years ago, Seamus Heaney published his first poems in a poetry magazine at Queen's called The Gorgon. So who's to say where the poets and writers that we've published may end up? I think one last thing to say, and that's Free Palestine. Thank you.
Agus gur mágad, Saoirse don Palestine.
And now on to the winner. So of this publication, Freddie the Judge. Wasn't my hair silly back then? Gosh. Okay. Of this publication, Freddie the Judge said, "I love the format, the content is also vibrant, and I commend its efforts to amplify minority voices. The collaborative playlist is a great touch." The winner is Woman's Wrong!
Because I think feminist publications, especially zines, are something that's not really recognised. I think I really commend you all to look at the Varsity article written about gender agenda at Cambridge. It goes to show that feminist zines aren't always prioritised by unions, they don't always fund them. It's about community at the end of the day, and we've had over 25 submissions for our next zine, which is a lot for a zine, and I'm really excited by it. And I think intersectional feminism on campuses is something that needs to be championed. And thanks to Cheese Grater, thank you. They do all our admin, and I'm really bad at admin. So thank you, Cheese Grater. You're like our big brother, and they should have won a bit more tonight. But thank you.
Genuinely, well done to everyone who has won so far this evening. It is an amazing achievement, as David just said. Even to just be shortlisted, and for everyone who's put themselves forward, you should be so, so proud of you, proud of yourselves. Yes, so here we are. We are almost there. I'm so delighted we're almost there because these shoes need to come off, and I've been so determined that I won't take them off because apparently it's on the bingo card. So...
I know, I can't wait to put trainers on, and I'm not even wearing high heels yet. It's best publication time. And last year in Bristol, it was The Student. In Glasgow, thank you for...
There's a slight delay over there.
Nice to know you're still awake. In Glasgow, our wonderful host Exposé took the crown. In 2022, it was the Mancunian. But who could it be this year? Who could it be?
Well, to tell us just that, we are really pleased to be welcoming back our headline sponsors, Newsworks. And yeah, we've only really let you sit down for a couple of minutes, so welcome back. Woo!
Against the odds, this title has smashed it out of the park with cracking stories and impressive innovation. The team have come together to fight back and turn things around with a fresh design and committed distribution model. Their strategy puts people at the heart of their journalism, and new guides allow more students to get involved with the publication. On top of this, they found time and energy to launch a new, bold new magazine. The highly commended for best publication is The Boar.
Thank you all very much for being here today. There we go. Okay, thank you very much. You know, it's been a tough year for the Boar, especially with financial difficulties, and we've managed to pull through. We can only do that thanks to our amazing writing team, all of our columnists, writers, editors, sub-editors, design team, everyone like that. You're why the paper works and how we can, you know, print papers and do journalism. You're why, and you know, we manage it, and that's it. So thank you to all of you for your hard work.
Just to go off the back of that, I just want to say thank you to everyone stood here and everyone that's involved with the Boar in any way, shape or form, everyone watching on the live stream, all of our writers, right from the very top. We've been amazing this year. This time last year, me and Archie gave a speech during our elections, and we said we believe we could win this award this time next year. I'm not sure how many of you believed us, and we might be highly commended, and congrats to whoever's won it, because you must have done an incredible job. But honestly, again, as Archie said, we're the editors-in-chief, but we virtually just oversee the great work of what all you guys do. So honestly, this award's on you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Oh, well done, well done, well done, well done.
Okay, now on to the winner, the big one. There was a clear standout winner in the best publication category. A new strategy, a new brand, a new voice. A big success across print and a huge spike in social numbers, with a fresh approach dedicated to telling stories that matter to their readers, as well as being there for future writers. Their coverage is important to both their readers and wider society alike. So much so that a scoop made it into the BBC, and their campaign is very impressive. Their editorial direction and the culture they have fostered as a team is 10 out of 10. The winner of the best publication is Epigram.
Right.
Well, thank you for those kind words from the boar. Well done on the design win. We had our eye out on that one. But we're glad we've taken best publication. I think we were all a bit shocked. Yeah, big thank you to Annie and Aman and Sophia and Will and Livy, our wonderful prayers. Oh God, I don't know who else I'm forgetting. We love this paper so much. We spend all our time thinking about it and all our time talking about it. And I've made some wonderful friends who I know are watching. So thank you very much. Yeah, Benji, do you want to have some?
Yeah, echoing on what we just said, I think as a paper, the one thing that we're really proud to have been noticed for in this award is that we want to give people opportunities. I think like the main thing with Epigram, and like for me personally, has always been the opportunities that it provides. People come to student journalism with little to no experience. I always tell people that my first newspaper article was about the history of the Minecraft soundtrack. And then 2 years later, I was interviewing like some of my favorite musicians. So it's a very unexpected journey that the paper's taken me on, and I'm sure everyone else can say the same. But we're really proud of our team, and we're also really proud of the people that we invest in. And we hope that the future of the publication reflects that, because we're really proud of our brand and we're really proud of our ethos.
I don't know what else I can say that hasn't already been said, but I think the main thing I want to say is the amazing senior editorial team, and he's already been recognized. It's just the way that no idea is too outlandish. They say, do anything and do it well, because your name's going to be on it. So if you don't do it well, that's on you, but do it. And that, honestly, it just gave me the confidence to do the things that I wanted to do to make this paper as good as it is, because I love it more than anything in the world. Well, maybe there's a few other exceptions there. However, the point stands, it's a brilliant paper. The friends I've made, yeah, okay, this is getting a bit too emotional, but it's just a brilliant community to be a part of. And I encourage anyone watching, anyone here, to get involved in their student newspaper, because you don't know where it will take you, because it's been a beautiful thing, really. And it's already broken.
And they've already broken the frame.
Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness me, I can't believe it's another year over. Fantastic work, and congratulations to Epigram, last year's hosts. Before we go, we just want to say our thanks to everyone who's attended tonight, and congratulations to everyone who's been recognised as a winner and are highly commended. We'd like to invite you up to the stage at the end of our thank yous, which will signify that they will take at least several minutes. But yeah, just prepare to sort of come to the stage for a big group photo at the end.
But firstly, we do need to say thank you to some people for this evening. So without our sponsors, this event really wouldn't happen. They are the people that fund the wine, they fund us being here, they fund everything. They fund our financial assistance scheme. So thank you so much to our headline sponsors, PLMR, Expose and Newsworks. Also, PA Media Academy, ABSW, Bloomberg, Women in Journalism, In-House, Cardiff University, Liana Morales, Lastrada.ai, and Expose. That was a lot. And also to, oh, is this on?
I think I got told off for banging the mic.
Outrageous.
I am what I am, and what I am. Don't know the lyrics after that? Was a plug pulled
yeah,
down?
we're back. Okay. Thankfully, we didn't necessarily have to hear your musical interlude.
Yeah.
So I would also like to say a massive thank you to all of our judges this year who take an incredible amount of time, our shortlisters, our judges, and also we have doubled, the wonderful Aubrey Allegretti has doubled the amount of judges that we have this year to make it a fairer and more equitable process. So thank you to Aubrey as well.
Gosh, thank you. The thank yous are not for me. The thank yous are for the executive committee, of which there are a wonderful 6, the trustees, the project officers and the regional officers, especially our chair, Jack, who you heard from at the start and has been an absolute star. Absolute star. He's thrown himself into the SPA, truly making this our best conference yet. He is standing down as chair tomorrow, so one of you very lucky people will get to fill his shoes.
No pressure. Also, thank you to all of the service staff here tonight, the cooks, the technical crew, lighting, sound, social media, and live stream. We would also like to say a particularly special thank you to our Exeter host publications. There are too many of you to mention to thank, but a special shout out to our amazing host officers, Amy and Charlie. And if you would like to come up at the stage, we've got you a small something.
I'll need two. How many have you got?
Charlie, Amy underneath.
Charlie, congratulations. Amy, congratulations. Right the way here to the middle.
Yeah, we didn't really plan what would happen here, but you can, let's have a photo.
They weren't expecting this.
We're just riffing now.
Yeah, it's been an incredible experience being able to collaborate with all the incredible people at the SPA, and obviously thanks to all the incredible work that the people at Expose put into, firstly the bids 2 years in a row, and we finally got to host it, and it's just been an incredible experience, and I hope all of you have enjoyed it.
And just riffing off the back of what you've said there, if you would like to bring Spank to you, please do bid, and we can make it happen. We want to go all over the country, and I would say Expose have bid so many times. I would also say thank you to Ben Bradshaw for endorsing it about 5 times. I'm so pleased we've made it happen for him. So, thank you to our hosts. A big thank you to all of those of you who tuned in virtually, who held watch parties, Go Brig, all of the delegates for their hard work.
And I, for some reason, have been chosen to give you the sensible message, which is that if you want to play hard, you've got to work hard. So we are going to be back here from 9:30 tomorrow morning, I know. 9:30 a.m. So as much as you're going to have a great time tonight, you've got to be back for the second day of the conference to recognise all the wonderful speakers who've given up their time to come here. So make sure you're on time tomorrow. We've got keynote talks, a media law workshop, advice on fine-tuning your FOIs and opinion writing, and there is the very exciting AGM. Oh my God, who's excited?
You think this was good? Wait till the AGM and what Richard has in store.
He is going to come out of his shell.
Oh, it's me. Right, okay. So, congratulations to you all again. We will see you in the morning. I'm going to take my shoes off. If you have won anything this evening, please come to the stage. Winners, highly commended. We're going to get a photo. Congratulations!
Thank you, Spanky!